Hello and welcome to the AIDEM poll talk. We are in the midst of this intense campaigning for the 5 state assembly elections, very crucial elections in India, in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Mizoram, and Telangana. Polling has been completed in Mizoram, and in Chhattisgarh, it's partially completed. But I have two veteran journalists from Madhya Pradesh here. Of course, they know the entire North India like the back of their hands. Lalit Shastri, who was a long-time correspondent of the Hindu in Bhopal, and an author and a man who has worn very many hats, including setting up a political party during the last elections. But then, of course, I'm told that he has kind of backed out from the political track. We'll come back to that later, Lalit. And Rashid Kidwai, celebrated journalist with the Telegraph and then very many other papers, and then also an author who has been very closely following national politics, especially Congress politics. And welcome, Rashid and Lalit, to the AIDEM poll talk. Without much ado, I think we will just get into the topic. You both are following the Madhya Pradesh situation very closely. Both of you have been synonymous with political journalism in Madhya Pradesh for very many decades. So I'll start with you, Rashid. What are your thoughts as the campaign is kind of getting into an intense mode in Madhya Pradesh?
Yeah. So thank you very much, and thank you for your kind words. Actually, the tagline for Madhya Pradesh tourism is Ajab Gajab Madhya Pradesh, in the sense that it's a very kind of mysterious, unpredictable state. And politically also, it is a very important. It's really in the heart of India. And my friend Lalit knows a bit because he's he's an environmentalist, photographer, not many things rolled into one. I think the election fundamentally is fought in a very different style. The BJP has a high voltage campaign led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah, and a galaxy of stars. So if you look at the politically chessboard. The chessboard, the BJP is attacking and playing a game with the knights and bishops and the queen, etc. In contrast, the Congress has a very localized strategy, and again they are playing kind of the end. Again in the chess language, they're playing the end game with pawns. So every Congress candidate has an ecosystem which supports its social media needs, its political campaign, etc. And they're doing a very low key statewide thing. There's no fanfare. They did not even launch a formal campaign in Madhya Pradesh. Yeah. So it's basically, so one doesn't know. And more important thing, we must understand that the vote share in Madhya Pradesh of the BJP and Congress is almost identical. It's like 43% each or 44% each and all. It's 1% or 2% that makes a qualitative and even I would say quantitative difference. So the Congress is harping on the theme of this backward caste reservation, the caste-based census, and it is attempting through Rahul Gandhi trying to make a dent in the BJP plan. Because remember, BJP in Madhya Pradesh is a very strong OBC party. There have been 3 former chief ministers, belong to the OBC category, and the OBCs have been voting for the BJP in great numbers. Congress traditional vote bank is scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. So it's actually a very interesting thing. The Congress is going all out, as I said, in a small measure, but in a very substantive way, to make a dent in the BJP vote bank. Who will win? We'll know in December 3rd. But I think the Congress is, proving to be a favorite. It's a front runner.
Lalit, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with the conclusion of Rashid. I couldn't agree more. Congress, it had won the last election, and everybody knows how it went out and how BJP came to power in subsequent months. And so the Congress vote has been intact and remains intact. And Madhya Pradesh, if we go back in time, it has always been polarized between the Congress and the BJP. And this polarization has not changed, except what has happened is the BJP has done everything possible, every trick up its sleeve to polarize the party, the voters, and this was demonstrated in the Bhopal Lok Sabha election when Digvijay Singh lost badly, more than around 5 lakh votes. that showed how much the voters have been polarized. But citing an example of Lok Sabha doesn't go congruent with the scenario when it comes to the Vidhan Sabha election. And Rashid also said it, that the Vidhan Sabha elections are fought by on local issues and also by local satraps. Both parties have them, and they have their territories, their turfs, and they guard it with such fervor that it's beyond imagination. And when we talk of local turfs, the BJP may pose that it has all the strength, but there's so much of inner party rivalry in every constituency across the board, because there's a lot of heartburn within the party, because a section has been powerful where it has been having its say at the police station level or at the local governance level, but within the party everybody has not had it.
Okay.
But the BJP tries to bridge gaps and fill these gaps by coming out with, they have an organization called Jan Adhikar Parishad. Now this Jan Adhikar Parishad, it's like an umbrella which takes care of NGOs spread across the state, and they have built a system where the chief minister is the chairman of Jan Adhikar Parishad, the president, and the vice chairman is a political appointee, and every principal secretary of the state government is in the general body, is in the executive of the Jan Adhikar Parishad. And what they do is government schemes and their implementation at the grassroots level through the Jan Adhikar Parishad, that is through the NGOs. So the Jan Adhikar Parishad, NGOs and the volunteers are BJP army at the grassroots level. Just the other day, the Congress party went to the state chief electoral officer and filed a complaint saying that they've just now released a few crore rupees to thousands of NGOs. And well, the response of the chief electoral officer is, well, everything is the code of conduct doesn't guide the flow of money to NGOs under a government scheme. This is not a new announcement, but their pockets are full. They are working at the grassroots level. So this adds to the strength of the BJP. But what is more important is we have to look at a few issues. For example, the farmers. The farmers are disgruntled on many counts. There are too many power cuts. They're not getting power supply as they need. Seeds, the supply of seeds is posing a huge problem. And the Congress is also raking up the issue of when there was this farmers' agitation, and prior to that, there was a firing in Western Madhya Pradesh where a few farmers were killed in police firing. And so the Congress has its arsenal up its sleeve. What they'll have to bridge is there's a lot of discontent in ticket distribution on both sides, but it impacts the Congress more because they have to put their house in order to defeat. The BJP has all, as I said, they have their manpower. I explained how they have their manpower at the grassroots level, one. So if the Congress contenders for ticket, if they sit back at home and they don't rally the voters to the polling booth, they may suffer. But something is happening on this ground. I've gathered that there has been a complaint that all the tickets have been pocketed by the confidants of Kamal Nath, the state party chief, or Digvijay Singh. This has been a general complaint appearing in the media also. But a lot is being done also at the same time. I know, for example, a disgruntled contender for ticket in Bhopal, and very powerful indeed. And he was going to give a tough fight to a lady in the BHL area, and he was denied ticket. So Kamal Nath assuaged the hurt sentiments and got him one of the top executive posts in the state Congress, and that resolves the matter. So a lot is happening beneath the surface, and everybody is, putting the house in order.
The
festival of Diwali requires a lot of cleaning, Venkatesh. So they are cleaning up all the mess that they have created.
Yeah.
And Congress is giving a tough fight to BJP, and one shouldn't be surprised if the Congress outperforms its own performance in the 2018 election.
Well.
That's
Anyway,
my
you have summed it up very well, Lalit. But you raised this point of the regional satraps and how the regional satraps flex their muscles. Rashid, but I've been seeing this, that that in Madhya Pradesh, the biggest regional satrap of the BJP, the incumbent Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who has a very phenomenal record, of successfully winning very many elections, but he seems to have been sidelined. How is it impacting the BJP's campaign?
So I think BJP strategy is flawed, and it is very knee-jerk. There have been so many, sharp turns that have gone sort of, unexplained, and it defies the political logic. One is, of course, that what you're saying about Shivraj Singh Chauhan. For, last 18 years, in particular, last 3.5 years, brand Shivraj was made, very important, a very potent thing. And in Madhya Pradesh, you go anywhere, you can't, the people for Shivraj and the people who are against Shivraj Singh Chauhan. See, he has he has numerous schemes, but 16 stages of life from birth to death, he has got a scheme for it. Ladli Bana, Ladli Lakshmi, Kanyadan, then this thing about, pilgrimage, several, initiatives were taken. And suddenly Mr. Modi comes in and Shivraj is off the, radar. His photographs are not there. They say Bhajpa ki sarkar. Nobody's talking about Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Now, this has not been explained. Then they bring, 3 central ministers, 7 Lok Sabha MPs, which has not been done in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, where BJP is fighting election. It's only done in Madhya Pradesh, and many of those people who are fighting election were not projected. This is, like they're saying, no, there is this Shivraj, and there is Maharaj, and there is Naraj. So there's a disgruntled people. And then I'll come to the second part of Maharaj. So Maharaj was also being Jyotiraditya Scindia, the former ruler of, Gwalior Empire. He was brought in, and he was the one who was instrumental in formation of BJP government in March 2020. Now, Mr. Scindia has no role. He, in the Gwalior Chambal region, the BJP has brought another, central minister, Narendra Singh Tomar, who's fighting election there. So if BJP does well in Gwalior Chambal region, the credit will go to Narendra Singh Tomar. Then what happens to Scindia? So the entire game of, bringing Scindia was that, as they say in Hindi, ek aur ek 11, to bring, or 1 plus 1, 2. But going by what some of the survey agencies are pointing, if the BJP faces a rout in Gwalior Chambal region, it will show that 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. And that entire Scindia legacy will go for a toss. So this is a very, I would say a very interesting feature and a very, I would say, intriguing aspect of this election. What happens in the Gwalior Chambal region? There are 34 seats. Last time the Congress has got 26. This time the C voter is saying the Congress would get 26 to 30 seats. If that happens, then the Scindia factor will will be over from time to come. And this disgruntled people. So there's so many chief ministerial aspirants. I think the BJP is suffering from problem of plenty.
Problem of plenty. Well, the thing is, there is also one stream of argument, Lalit, that that these whoever has joined hands with BJP from other parties, from other ideological streams, the BJP has kind of made sure that they become politically irrelevant. This happened with very many organizations, barring Nitish Kumar. Many organizations who joined hands with BJP, they finally found that they had been reduced to their political credibility has been taken away, and they've been reduced. Even Mehbooba Mufti had to go through such an experience in Jammu and Kashmir. You think that something like that is happening to Jyotiraj Scindia in Gwalior Chambal region?
That's a very interesting question. It reminds me of a recent anecdote. A former BJP heavyweight, a former Madhya Pradesh chief minister, who has now been sidelined altogether, Uma Bharati. Only about less than a month ago, maybe a fortnight ago, she made it a point to drive down from Bhopal to Delhi. And in between, she stopped at Shivpuri, which is part of the Gwalior territory. And talking to the press, she, without naming, she said, those who could not be loyal to their own party, what are they going to shake up now in another party? And the direct hint was going to Jyotiraditya Scindia's territory and uttering these words that when you could not be loyal to your party, what can you do to another party? And and this had a rippling effect. Everybody has been talking about it. So it's not only those who are commanding the party, they are adept in sidelining those who come from another party, as Rashid pointed out. It is also at all levels this goes on. And that is, again, a big reason why Jyotiraditya could not become the chief minister, though he was responsible for toppling. And I think by default, Shivraj became the chief minister. And the Congress is doing its level best to attack him on issues like the Vyapam scam. Only because the CBI has taken over the Vyapam scam investigation and the prosecution, that doesn't mean that people are going to forget how they have suffered under the Vyapam scam.
Right.
And one more very interesting. The other day, a journalist pointed this out. At one stage, the Shivraj Singh Chauhan government announced that every woman under a special category is going to get 1,250 rupees per month. So, and Kamal Nath has announced that they will be getting 1,500 per month once they come to power. So, pitting the two together was not the case. They said it's a very good game going on.
But then, Rashid, you've been looking at Congress politics through ages. I mean, right from Indira Gandhi's period. One thing that I can hear, I keep hearing from almost all the major states that are going to polls this time, is that there is a Indira Gandhi syndrome that has caught over the BJP national leadership, especially Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. That they are trying to call the shots in the states, even though there are regional satraps who have proved their mettle. Indira Gandhi did the same thing to Congress and Congress regional satraps. And of course, ultimately that proved to be a very bad political move. So I've been hearing this from Rajasthan. I'm hearing this from Madhya Pradesh. I'm hearing it from Chhattisgarh. I'm hearing it even from Telangana. So is there something like that happening? Do you think that the BJP rank and file and the junior leaders in the BJP are getting discontrolled because of the extreme interference by the national leadership?
Venkatesh, I'm not so sure whether they are BJP people are disgruntled about this, but this trend is very much there. There is a over centralization of power. The BJP script for 2023 and 2024 is very clear. It is they are seeking a mandate for Mr. Narendra Modi. They are very sure-footed. If you look at the election of Uttarakhand, the chief minister lost, but the BJP posted its best ever, electoral victory in Uttarakhand. So the BJP is going with this template in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Chhattisgarh. That it's a vote for. They're seeking a vote for Modi, not for Vasundhara Raje, not for Dr. Raman Singh, not for Shivraj Singh Chauhan. And there is a very interesting slogan when encouraged their point, कि मोदी के मन में मध्य प्रदेश के मन में मोदी. So basically the entire thing, I think the strategy is flawless in the sense that not because it will be successful. And to my mind, the BJP may win Rajasthan because of anti-incumbency and fighting in Congress. But in Madhya Pradesh, if they lose, they will put the whole thing to Shivraj that doorstep. That like Hindutva in Karnataka, we tried very hard, but there was so much of anti-incumbency, there was so much of mess in these 18 years, and you will get a lot of inspired stories also, how Shivraj had, fretted away that mandate that was given to him in platter, not manufactured mandate, actually, I would say, in 2020 when Sidhya had defected. So the whole thing is, winner takes it all, that kind of strategy. And if the BJP does well, you do not know how the voters would behave. If the BJP wins with Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, then Mr. Modi will emerge as a supreme leader. When you talk about cult figure, Indira Gandhi mold, one man who can just defy all kind of political, logic and games, and even a seasoned person like Kamal Nath, who has Kamal Nath has a way of saying things, that people want cash and delivery method. So Kamal Nath being person who was one, I think is the most successful person in local politics in India, cutting across all party lines. 9 times, 10 times as a member of parliament, twice as MLA. So she has a very formidable record. So in that context, I think the BJP is playing this game for 24. Because remember in 24, the India alliance has come and there are a lot of parties, regional parties plus the Congress. And things are not the same as what they were in 2014 and 19. So they want to establish, brand Modi much more than what it was earlier. So I think 23 assembly elections of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Rajasthan is an experiment. They are experimenting with this thing that if Mr. Modi wins and the BJP wins, it will be credited and it will demoralize that whole India alliance. It will finish the Congress. I mean, finish in the sense politically finish the Congress.
No, but India Alliance has got a lot of problems within, and it is manifesting most starkly in Madhya Pradesh. There's been a big battle between Samajwadi
I think
Party
that, sorry, it's not my turn, but I'm sorry. I'm
No,
just
it's fine.
giving a very quick. See, this India alliance, this whole thing, it's a media narrative. You see, it was never meant for state elections. Point number one. Point number two is that, and Lalitji would, vouch for it. SP, BSP, all those regional parties are, I won't say they're irrelevant. They are always there. They win 1 or 2 seats, but they have no record of siding with the BJP. So why would Congress give them, Samajwadi Party 5 seats, 10 seats, etc., and have a problem of defections, what they've already suffered. So I think the Congress was very clear within its rights, and of course the Samajwadi Party has its own way, but this will not. Remember, Venkateshji, that alliance politics in India come from position of strength,
Right.
not position of weakness, not out of charity. So this has to be understood.
What is your take on this, Lalit? What is your take on this?
Yeah, I think from the Congress side, Kamal Nath has handled this issue very deftly, the alliance issue, and he has sent a clear message that, as Rashid pointed out, that Madhya Pradesh is polarized between these two parties, and there's no leg room, no room for other parties. They may be on the fringe, and that's another reason why we have not had a third force in Madhya Pradesh ever, and I don't see a third force in Madhya Pradesh in the future also. Not just the near future. There's no room for a third force. It's a two-party system in Madhya Pradesh, and both are going strong. The campaign is like shooting from the hips, and it's a battle royal. But if we look at the 3 states, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan. So from these 3 states, one should not be surprised if the result is identical as 2018. Rajasthan can be different this time. But if the result is identical this time, and the Modi factor, yes, 2024, abhi dur hai, it's far off. Although not time-wise, but this election is important, and people have always segregated the two. I think the people of Madhya Pradesh are mature enough. They know who they want to rule them and who they want to rule the country. So let them take a call on that, who they want to rule the country, who they want should rule the country. But what is important is who they want to rule them, who they want to rule them. Yeah. And Shivraj, the BJP leadership has already realized that putting him as a face would have been a Waterloo. And he has his weak points. It's only the image. And he should thank not the stars. He should thank the media. The media that has been covering Madhya Pradesh has been very kind to him.
So you don't agree?
No scams are there.
The scams and everything has been covered up by the media. That is what you're saying.
Yeah, media has been kind.
Yeah.
Excessively kind. Yeah. So, very well managed.
Anyway, thank you, Lalit. So you have answered that question also, because people who are covering Madhya Pradesh say that there is no anti-incumbency factor. Shivraj is very popular, but you say that the media has been very kind to him. And Rashid, yes. I think he dropped off because of some technical problem. So anyway, we'll continue this conversation. We will want to see you more often in the poll talk of the AIDEM in the days to come. Thank you very much for joining us.